FDC presidential candidate Dr. Kizza Besigye and former Prime Minister Amama Mbabazi, now independent presidential candidate, have in recent weeks tried to visit health facilities as part of their campaigns, some of which they have accessed with ease. But increasing police have been deployed at health centers, dashing any hopes of the opposition politicians. The Electoral Commission has not been very specific about on-site areas being non-accessible to candidates, but the police has previously blocked politicians from markets. The NRM campaign spokesperson Mike Sebalu argues that these kind of campaigns are unfocused and disrupt service delivery.
It is purely politicking, and I think there is a time for politicking and there is a time for politics. Good politics would be looking at the policies and how to support the policies.
However, other analysts think otherwise. Nicholas Opio, a lawyer, says that this strategy exposes weakness in a ruling government, which is a plus for the opposition.
It is not that they care so much about the state of our health care. They are simply playing politics and seeking to draw the attention of the public to government's weaknesses in order for the population to turn against this government and vote it out of power.
It's projecting them as people who, when they assume power, having looked at these facilities, they will be in touch with the common man and the concerns of the people.
Mr. Museveni has been priding himself in the provision of social services, development of infrastructure. That's why, practically, we are demonstrating to the whole country that we have not registered the much hyped success in these fields.
Sebalu tags this practice to Dr. Besigye's campaign of defiance.
Because someone who is campaigning on a ticket of disruption, so when he goes to a health facility and work goes to a standstill and the patient's not attended to him that would be meeting an objective of disruption.
By visiting the hospitals, like you've seen in ABIM, it exposes the real problem that our health centers now face in this country, in spite of all the good things that this government has done.
If we had gone to one, then they would say they went to one that is not in good shape. That's why we must go to many for the country to know that actually it is not limited to ABIM, it is not limited to Kabale, it is not limited to Kitagata. It is a whole story of a breakdown of health infrastructure and health services in the country.
In terms of service delivery, when you look at most of the roads, when you look at the schools, they are all in their need, although they've mainly concentrated on the hospitals.
The NRM campaign spokesperson also scoffed at former Premier Amama Mbabazi for taking on-site campaigns to hospitals.
Unconsciously, he's revealing his major weakness as a leader of government business. Either he was doing it deliberately for purposes of appearing to be failing a government, or he simply didn't know what his work was.
Whether or not that will resonate with the populace is a different matter altogether, but what he has succeeded in doing is exposing the real state of our health centers across the country.
There can never be an opportunity to demonstrate this like during campaigns, because the whole world is watching TV, the whole world is watching the media to see what is happening in other areas.
If at least he had left maybe a couple of years back, it would be easier for him to convince the people. But the fact that he has just left government makes it difficult for him to say that he wants to improve the health sector when he was holding very influential positions in government.
The question to whether on-site campaigns at hospitals translate empathy into votes is one to watch. After these visits, the candidates have often been able to launch scathing attacks on the government over conditions in the health sector.
Since it was built in the 60s, we haven't even just put a coat of paint, just put paint.
Walter Mwesigye, NTV.